Hey Natalie, it's Ashley. This is for the Pine Belt ISITE. I wanted to record this for you in case you ever need to know how to do it in the future, also for any of the future deployments. So when you go into admin menu, the first place you're going to go is over here to import contact. And you need to choose the file. So I'm going to click browse. I have them all saved here. You can see under the dates that they need to go out. So the first one is March 10th. And you can see down here where it says select profile. Right now I'm going to create a new one, but the profile that I'm going to put in, I'm going to save it so that you can just go in and choose it from this drop down when you do the purchase predictors. We'll obviously need to create a new one again for the garage matches. So I'm going to leave that under create new, click import step 1. So right here, these are individuals. I'm not going to attach any note. I'm going to put no on these. We're not going to override the existing files. That's important because we put those purchase predictors underneath this individual source category. So if I override that with what's in this category here, then we're going to lose that information. So I'm going to put no on overriding that. I'm going to enroll it into a campaign. I had saved the campaigns under ZMOD, ISITE, and then Purchase Predictor and Garage Match. So we just need to find that. Unfortunately, it's not in alphabetical order. Okay. I am going to create a sales event. Now, on this one, it's going to ask me who I want the primary assigned to be. So I'm going to put to assign any invalid or missing sales representatives to a round robin and put that to the sales team. So sales power team. I'm not going to assign any BDC. If they wanted one, we could do it that way, but on these ones, they're going to have just the salesperson. So under the sales description, I'm going to put in here ISITE I'm going to put in here ISITE Purchase Predictor. And right now I'm going to put in March 2016, but that's something that later we could change if we wanted to do the date on it. Actually, now thinking of it, since you're going to use this over again, I'm just going to leave it as ISITE Purchase Predictor. Under the sales source, I had them create ISITE as a source for us. So I'm going to put it in there under ISITE. And then under sales status, we want all of these to go in and under unqualified because we haven't had any contact with them. And then for the tracking code, I'm going to have it be ZMOT so that we can follow it from there. And actually, I believe I saved here. I have ZMOT ISITE Purchase Predictor. So I'm going to make it that one so that we can separate it from their internet leads. And then it asks if you want to attach a quote. That one is typically always no. So then up here, if you ever want to view it, you can click this and view the history. But I'm just going to go to the next step. This is really just asking you in what format did you put the file in. It's always going to be this as long as you save it as a CSV file. So you don't really have to do anything here, but this little I, if you want to get a preview just to make sure that it looks right, then you can click on that and you can see exactly if everything is lining up appropriately, which it looks like this one is. So I'm going to move on to the next step. And this is where it's going to ask the different columns, where do you want those columns to go in the import? So you can see first name lined up, last name lined up. If one of these didn't line up, like I know that I had the address in here, I can go down and choose address. City, states, zip code looks like it was saved under postal code, email address, if I want to make sure that I have the home number in here, work number, mobile number. These things for this import don't really matter since we just pulled this information, but in the future, if you were going to do something that was more of like an update, then it is very important that these things are lined up. So one of the things here is salesperson, and I'm going to make sure that this says assigned to. And then in the work note, I'm going to put individual source so that the purchase predictor will be put into the notes. And I think that's it. So I am going to move on to the next step. And it's basically going to show me what it's going to look like. So it's showing me the first name, the last name, address, city, state, zip code, email, home, work, and sell, who the salesperson is, and then what the first work note is going to look like. So that's exactly how it's going to import. I'm going to go over to the next step, which is going to be processing it. So this is just a confirmation of everything that we just went through. Now it's going to ask me to put in a profile name. So I'm going to put this one under purchase predictor so that you can find it later under that name. I'm going to create a new profile. You can see if you don't want to save it, like if it's a one-time thing, you can go forward without saving it. So now it's going to process. After it's done processing, I'm going to go in and just spot check one of these and make sure that the assigned to was correct. That's the way that Andy told me to do it. I want to make sure that it's right. And then I'm going to walk you through again through the back end how you can go ahead and do it in the future. Okay, so you can see now that it's saying that the process was completed. So I'm going to go over here to management and go to sales dashboard. And these all should be uploaded. We should see like a big increase in the one graph that says other since we put them in under ISITE. That way it wouldn't get mixed up with their other sources like Fresh Up or Phone Up. Okay, so it looks like it worked. They have a lot of other to-dos in here, so I'm going to click on that.